Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, and Marvel Studios' arch-villain of the next era, Kang the Conqueror, presents a new gambit in the trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, telling Scott Lang,
I can get you hope and give you more time if you help me. So, what's it gonna be, Ant-Man?
I honestly think Scott is just surprised someone got his name right. But help Kang with what? The D23 version of this trailer went into more detail as Kang tells Scott that he is just a man who has lost a lot of time, like you, but we can help each other with that. Someone stole something from me, and you're the only one who can steal it back. This trailer suggests it was Janet Van Dyne who stole this mystery item from Kang. We see what I assume to be Janet on a quantum realm farm as a ship crashes into this realm. A few pieces of debris break off and fade. Janet seemed especially terrified about Cassie opening that channel to the quantum realm. And another part of the trailer, Hope asks Janet what she's so afraid of, and Janet responds,
"There's something I never told you."
Now, I have speculated a thing that Kang could have lost would be his long-lost love, Ravonna Renslayer, his lover from the comics. And why would they name the judge in Loki Ravonna Renslayer if they didn't plan to connect her to Kang at some point? But based on the way Kang's ship breaks apart, maybe Janet stole a piece of technology that allows his vessel to function, like a fuel source or a battery or a converter or whatever powered his original tempad, which might explain why it looks so fractured in Loki. Now, of course, I also speculated... What is she not gonna... Oh my god! Every time! Or should I say, for all time, always. Miss Minutes, the mascot of the Time Variance Authority, has some deeper, darker significance that Loki Season 1 did not get to. Tara Strong is returning in Season 2, and it's suggested that we're gonna learn more about her secrets. Like, what is she? Is she artificial intelligence? Is she someone's soul? Is she magic? Or is she technology? Now, my theory is that Miss Minutes is a living embodiment of all of Kang's temporal technology so that he doesn't have to keep it in his head. Like a backup drive where he can store all of his memories of his alternate timelines to download whenever he reboots or respawns, kind of like the cloud to your new Apple device. But there's only one Ms. Minutes, and the Kang to possess her wears the crown, because he has the most information about the multiverse. I mean, this Kang trapped in the quantum realm is clearly disoriented. In the Comic-Con and the D23 footage, Kang asks Scott, "You're an Avenger? Have I killed you before?" Our man doesn't remember shit. And in addition to cataloging his memories, I think Ms. Minutes also served as this Kang's quantum navigator, the way he could pilot in and out of different timelines in history and keep track of what he changed in the process. Really the keeper of his sacred timeline. Because remember, in the quantum realm, navigation is everything. Anyone with Pymtech can access the quantum realm, but it wasn't until Tony Stark unlocked the secrets of time travel with that inverted Mobius strip in Avengers Endgame that the Avengers finally had a way to actually use the quantum realm's time vortexes. Tony Stark made the first discovery on the path that, in the 31st century, Nathaniel Richards would later master. In Endgame, it really was that quantum navigation wrist tech that Tony provided that made all the difference. And how fitting is it that he remains also wears his tempad on the back of his hand? It's all connected. So if this Kang had lost Miss Minutes, it would make her up for grabs for some other Kang, like He Who Remains, to recover that fumble and use her to rewrite his own sacred timeline. Now next, excuse me, I need to wake up. Ooh, look at that. Just brewed some fresh Trade coffee that I got delivered. Trade Coffee is a coffee subscription service that makes it so simple for you to discover new coffees and make your best cup of coffee at home every day. No fancy equipment required. If you're a coffee person, you gotta get on the Trade Coffee train. Trade makes it super easy to get the best coffee, delivered fresh from the finest local roasters around the country. Zing! Trade partners with the nation's top-rated independent roasters so you can get great coffee while supporting small local businesses. It's a win-win. Whether you already know what you like or are new to specialty coffee and need some help, Trade makes being or becoming a coffee person easy. They'll send you ground coffee or whole beans for however you make your coffee at home. I like getting the coffee already ground so I can just put a couple scoops in my French press and get going. This month, Trade sent me a few coffees, including Funky Chicken from Red Rooster Coffee, which has this earthy sweetness that I just really like. Whether you're just getting started or a coffee aficionado looking to discover something new, Trade guarantees you'll love your first bag or they'll send you a new one for free. Upgrade your coffee today with Trade Coffee and let them take the guesswork out of finding your perfect cup. Right now, Trade is offering our listeners a total of $30 off your subscription plus free shipping at drinktrade.com/newrockstars. That's drinktrade.com/newrockstars for $30 off your subscription to the best coffees in the country. Now, I know I am describing a scenario where Miss Minutes would have to have some corporeal form that Janet could steal, and for the TVA and He Who Remains Citadel to exist within, or be accessible from the quantum realm, those are both pretty big assumptions. But the truth is, we do not know where the TVA is. In the comics, the TVA is located within the null time zone, first introduced in Fantastic Four 353 in 1991. This issue laid out the TVA, the chronomonitors, the various justices, and the Hall of Chronometry, but neither the null time zone nor the TVA's location in the MCU is ever identified in the Loki series. All we know is that it's some zone removed from time or any sacred timeline with these time doors that lead to any time and any location in the history of the sacred timeline. Yet, the TVA is also affected the way universes are supposed to be. Like after Sylvie stabs He Remains, Loki finds himself in a new TVA that has been warped by that event, now ruled by a more outwardly facing Kang. Could that be the same Kang we're now meeting in Quantumania? And the quantum realm Kang lording over this TVA? I mean, a popular theory since the early days of Loki season 1 is that the TVA could be located within the quantum realm. While you could imagine some of that interior design of the TVA existing inside of one of the structures in Kang City in this Quantumania trailer, I do not think the TVA could exist in the quantum realm without some barrier, because time in the quantum realm progresses as it does in the surface realm. That's why Janet Van Dyne continued to age normally over the 30 years she was down there. And to be clear, the reason Scott Lang experienced 5 years as 5 hours to him is that he went into a time vortex, which is a separate thing than the rest of the quantum realm. I will be clear that up until the day I die. It's probably my most asked question. But since the TVA does not experience time at all, like Mobius never ages, the whole place is timeless, it must be in a different zone than the quantum realm is in. Now, it is possible that the TVA is one layer deeper than the quantum realm, or since the quantum realm isn't really beneath the surface realm as much as it's inside of or between it, the TVA could be inside of or between the quantum realm, a pocket reality within the quantum realm pocket reality, where in this inner Russian doll time does not exist, hidden behind a waypoint that only Janet knows, which might be that dusty circular gate that Janet is unlocking in the trailer. The way Doctor Strange and the Illuminati created the Gap Junction pocket reality to hide the Book of Vishanti, Janet Van Dyne could have created the Null Time Zone pocket reality to hide Miss Minutes. Just remember that the name Miss Minutes is a secret pun. Kang tells Scott that he is just a man who has lost a lot of time like you. And for one to lose time, one will, by definition, miss minutes. You can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at EA Voss. Follow New Rockstars and subscribe to New Rockstars for more analysis of everything you love. Thanks for watching. Bye.